From the Woodview Arena, it's the Novice AAA Toros taking on the winless Central Ontario Wolves as the Toros try and get back in the win column. Quick shot here early, another shot from Brant that got kicked aside from Dub Barber in the Central Ontario net. Moving it down low. Trying to throw it out in front there for Brant out in front of the goal. Got taken away by the defenseman. Trying to move it around the boards. I'm not going to see really well through the net here, so you're going to have to bear with me on that. That's going down the ice into the Toros end. McCaslin with a backhand pass. Gets knocked down there. First hit there into the corner. Throwing it out of front. Taken away by Brant. Pithy's trying to get to the loose puck. Brant's trying to clear it out as well, and they poke it out over the line. Number 7 will take it back in his own end. His lead pass is going to get broken up at center as a battle there at the penalty box area on the loose puck. Knocked down at center there by Lyndon Pickle, who moves it back into the zone. Pithy comes up with some moves, comes in over the blue line, takes the first shot. That got blocked there by number 44 out in front of the net. Pickle's going to try and keep it in at the line. His shot got blocked. The 2-on-1 back the other way. Coming into the zone now with a backhand. Can't shoot it. Number 9 hopped over his stick as well. Coming back up the other way. Tried for the lead pass for Pithy that got broken up there at center by number 55. And it's the Toros that come back into the Central Ontario zone. The loose puck there in the corner, number 17 will retrieve it there for Central Ontario back behind the net. Coming up into the zone up through center. Going to lose the puck at center to Baker as he tries to get the puck into the zone. Getting some help there with our dog. Slides down the ice into the Toros zone and behind the goal. Setting it up in front. That got blocked there. Throwing it out in front again. Back to the line there for number 77. Trying to shoot the puck that goes into the corner. Bolane, number 91, into the corner here for Central Ontario, digging away from Nolan Lee, who uses the boards for the pass for Baker. That kept in. And in front of the net, Hendricks is in front of the goal. There's the first cut stop of the day there for Mateo Parcero as he stopped Hendricks out in front of the goal. Another face-off coming off to the right of Parcero. Trying to find it in the feet, just rolls it on goal with the left pad stop. Kicked it back in behind the net. Jackman trying to ring it around the boards and get it out. Comes out at center. Goes back into the north Central Ontario end. Rolls right into Barber. And the central goal goes in behind the net now. Trying to set something up in front. Takes it around the backhand way. Trying to throw it out in front. There's another left pad stop there from Barber. Central Ontario trying to get it out of the zone. First time these two teams have met in the regular season. The Toros won the first 2 exhibition games quite handily. McCaslin coming into the zone. Trying to shoot the puck. It goes in behind the net. Turnover right in front. Quick shot. And score! A turnover right in front of the net. Capitalized right in front of the goal. The Toros have a 1-0 lead. Goal by McCaslin, number 8, out in front of the net. Took that pass and snapped it home on a bad turnover by Central Ontario in their own end to make it 1-0. Pithy will take the loose puck at center. Take the face off. Going over to the corner for Pithy, trying to chip it past number 44. First one trying to get around Nolan Lee for an opportunity. Throwing it in on goal, gets stopped there by Parcero. And a big stop there as he stopped Hendricks. Again, out in front of the net. Toros have a 1-0 lead here in Woodville. The goal by McCaslin on a turnover out in front of the net. Gets one there by our dog in his own end. Trying to tip it out, kept in at the line. That shot got tipped wide by his own player into the corner. Hendricks chipped it down low for Bolane as he tries to muscle Nolan Lee off the puck. Hendricks is still digging in there. Comes around the boards there for Baker as he tries to go with the puck, but Hendricks picks it off. Boulain is chasing our dog in the corner as they try and get free Asher Mitchell at center. There's another lead pass. It's out of the reach there of Mitchell, so number 44 goes back to the line. Lead pass for Hendricks into the zone. Got a couple of opportunities here for Central Ontario, just hasn't buried one yet. That goes in behind the net. Going back to the line. Nobody there to take the pass. Baker trying to be the first one on the loose puck. Number 97 takes it back in his own end. Baker took a spill, coming back in behind the goal. So now number 97 starts at the center, in over the blue line, taking it from his own end with a pass as he tried to find Hendricks. There's another loose puck in the front of the backhand. Gets stopped there by Pursuit, and he stopped it right there on the line before it crossed it in. And another big save there from Pursuit, who's had to come up with a couple in the last few minutes to keep it at 1-0 for the Toros. Face off coming off to the defensive end. Gets one there by Central Ontario on the quick shot that got blocked there by Moore. Rolls in behind the net. Noah Moore still fighting on the loose puck. A lead pass getting taken away there by the Toros. McCaslin, the only goal scorer. Lead pass up through center for Brett. Brent's trying to catch up to the loose puck at the face-off circle. Takes it back behind the net but got tripped up. Couldn't go with the puck. Still there in the central end, but they're going to come up through center now. Led into the zone by number 16, Ford, who pokes it in behind the net. Trying to throw it out in front for White as it's stuck in behind the net. White will be on the loose puck. Gets tripped up, and we're going to get our first penalty coming up here. So Central Ontario will go to the first power play on the tripping call. 4:08 left to go here in period number 1. It's a Central Ontario power play, but the Toros win the draw with Bishop. Bishop was in the smart move, takes it back in behind the net. Nice move to get around Boulain, and now Bishop is clearing it out at center and try to get captain at the line. Toros poke it away and out at center. The pass gets broken up by Pithy, and now Luke Stone with a nice pass gets it there to Pithy and over the blue line. Trying to start something short-handed, but now Central Ontario come back with numbers the other way. Led by Hendricks with a shot. Left pad stop there by Pursuit. He kicked that one aside. Goes into the corner for Boulain. Boulain trying to chip it back in behind the net. Pithy will be there and behind the goal. Trying to ring it around the board. Captain at the line though. Quick shot that got blocked by Hendricks. Turnaround shot. Got blocked there by Bishop. Big block there out in front of the net. Before it hit Pursuit in the goal. Bishop taking it back in behind the net. Lost his stick as it got knocked out of his hands. And now Cliff tries to set it out in front. We're getting another penalty. It'll be a two-man advantage coming up here. Cliff tries to set it up in front as Bishop touches the puck. Here comes the penalty. It's going to be another tripping call coming to the Toros. So for the next 54 seconds, it'll be a 5-on-3 power play for Central Ontario. White will take the draw in the offensive end. Trying to shoot it to the forehand, shoots it at the goal, wide of the net. Taking the pass off the boards is Ford. Ford's pass to the line, missed the other Ford, gets kept in at the line. Quick shot got blocked there out in front by Bishop as he got his arm on it. Trying to ring it around the boards, kept down by Ford. Our dog trying to get rid of it down the ice, and he's going to chip it out. Keeping our dog short-handed. Finally going to lose it at center. It gets chipped back into the Toros and behind the goal. McCaslin back there to get it. Taking his time and behind his goal. Trying to ring it around the board to get it out. And he'll dump it down the ice. All the way into the corner. First one in behind the goal. Going for a lead pass to center. Taken down there by Rohrbach as he chipped it into the zone. And we have 58 seconds left to go on penalty number 2. The Toros have killed off the first one. So the second penalty is now wiped out as that's a Penalty going to Central Ontario. So now it'll be Toros power play when their penalty's over for 42 seconds. Coming back up at center is Baker trying to chip it up there. Trying to get it around. First one in there is Hendricks. Trying to shoot it from there. Got blocked. Went in behind the goal. Lost his footing in behind the net. Hendricks will be on the loose puck, but the defenseman fell down. Hendricks is doing a good job on his own. Pithy gets away now. Lost the puck at the line. Stays in the zone. Number 55 chipped it behind the net. Approaching 1 minute to go here in period number 1. 1-0 Toros. The only goal scorer goes to McCaslin. Hendricks trying to dig it out of the corner. Rung around the boards there for Baker, trying to tip it out. And he will tip it past the line and out. Lee will come back in his own end. Nolan Lee trying to go with the puck. Had it stripped off his stick. Stuck out the Toros bench as they try and dig it free from the players coming off on the line change. The Toros power play now with 45 seconds left to go in period number 1. Mitchell with a lead pass out of the reach of Jackman. Knocked down at center. Coming up into the zone is Pickle. Pickle gets it knocked down at center. Fired around the boards. Dumps it into the corner in behind the net. The lead pass is going by everybody. McCaslin in his own end with a nice cross-ice pass there for Adam Baker to come up into the zone from center. He comes in, but it's offside. 8.6 seconds left. Doesn't seem like a lot of time to get any more shots here. Looks like the Toros might take a 1-0 lead after the first period. Unless there's a quick one coming up here. Backhand, moving it up through center. Might get that one quick opportunity, but the pass for Baker was out of his reach. So the Toros will take a 1-0 lead after the first. The only goal scorer belongs to McCaslin. Central Ontario had the perfect opportunity in the first period to tie things up. They had the 2-minute advantage. They just didn't generate many scoring chances out of that. The Toros take a 1-0 lead to the second. Around the boards it goes into the zone. Jake Beaver's trying to dig the puck free in the zone for Brant. Beaver's still on the loose puck, trying to kick it to his stick. Beaver's trying to get it away. Got it back to the line for Moore. White is trying to get to the loose puck before Riley Brant. Brant gets away with a lead pass. He's going to find Jackman at her front. Throwing it there at the goal, and it gets tipped at the front. It's right there in the equipment of Barber for a face-off. Face-off coming up to the left of the Wolves' goal. Gets one there by the Toros. Bishop tries to get a shot through. It got blocked out in front. Big block there by Cliff as he tries to spring Hendricks on a breakaway. That goes in behind the net. First one back in behind the goal, and the net comes off the boards for a face-off. Big defensive draw win there by the Toros in their own end, trying to get it out. On the backhand, still stays in the zone there for Central Ontario. Now it gets chipped out. First one back there. There's Flemington trying to move it out of the zone. Here comes the opportunity here coming up for number 17, Cliff. He gets taken into the boards. Trying to find the loose puck in the corner. It's in behind the goal, trying to set it up in front. Got stopped there by Parcero out in front of the net. With a big save, Toros get the loose puck and roll it out through center. Coming up into the zone. Leading the rush with a quick shot. Off the crossbar. A hard shot there from Pithy. It went right off the bar and behind Barber. Kept in at the line though by McCaslin. Brings it around the board, throwing it out front. Here comes an opportunity for Rohrbeck with a shot. Right past stop. And as Pithy is looking for the rebound, he gets taken down out in front of the net by Campbell. He's coming out to the right of the goal. Quick shot. That got blocked out in front of the net by White. But the Toros are still in there. Quick shot. Got blocked as our dog tried to get it through. Went in behind the net. Around the boards it goes. First one back there into the corner is going to be Baker trying to get to the loose puck. He gets taken to the board, so he got some help. Turn over there to number 2. Big opportunity out in front of the net there for Mitchell out in front, but it went over his stick. But we are going to get a penalty coming up here to Central Ontario on the trip to Mitchell in behind the net. We'll see who's going to the box. It'll be number 55 going for 2 minutes or less. Our dog will take the draw off to the right of the goal. Our dog will take the draw against Cliff. Now Cliff gets kicked out of the draw. Fensky will take it. And Fensky wins it. And Barber had to be alert on that as Fensky won the draw. He had to steer that one aside as that one goes down under shot on goal. Trying to throw it at his front. Our dog lost the puck in behind the net. Trying to dig it free away from the referee and the Central Ontario players is Mitchell and our dog. Coming free now for Boulain. Boulain short-handed, starts it out through center, has it poked off his stick. Now here they come up through center, our dog getting over the blue line. On his own, backhand shot, stopped up by Barber with a left pad, and then he puts it into his glove for face-off, and another push after the whistle as Mitchell got shoved after the whistle there. So Toros is starting to generate some opportunities here on this power play. It'll be a draw off to the right. Jackman will take the draw versus Hendricks. Have 1:23 left to go on the penalty to number 55. Jackman checking things out with the defenseman before he takes this draw. Probably trying to work out a play if he wins the draw back to the line. Looks like that's what he tried to do, but we might have had a false start on that, so we'll get another draw. Jackman and Hendricks are ready to take the face off again. This one, Jackman wins it. Back to the line, just like he planned it, and that shot from Bishop got blocked out in front. Trying to wrap it out in front of the goal, was out of the reach of Beaver. And now Hendricks comes up through center. Hendricks coming up into the zone. Trying to get around the check, comes in there. Trying to drop it back to the line. It was out of the reach there of Fumerton. Trying to keep it in the zone. Rolled in on net, knocked down there by the Toros. Bishop who goes for a lead pass. Collision at center between the Mesa players. Toros trying to get the loose puck with Jackman. Lost into Fumerton. Fumerton coming up into the zone, trying to start something here. Short-handed. Here's Oak in his own end. Oak with a pass that got picked up by Jackman, stays on side, rolled it on goal, and another shot that got blocked there in front by Fumerton. Fumerton from his own end, leading it up with a lead pass right under the tape of Hendricks. He's going up there with Ford as well. Hendricks a shot, and he scores! Hendricks scores, and that's a short-handed goal to tie things up at 1. This little flip shot that made it over the blocker hand of Parcero, short-handed by Hendricks, has tied things up at 1 here at the Woodville Arena, trying to dig it free from the Central Ontario bench. Here they come up through center, turned over to the Toros, and it's Pithy into the zone. Cody Pithy leading it up there with our dog. Quick shot, steered aside there by Barber in the central goal, steered it up to the left of the goal and behind the net. Nolan Lee will take it back in his own end. Get pressure on, rings it around the boards, kept on the other side. Trying to chip it free there is Pithy. Pithy will go back there in his own end. Take it back in behind the net. Get pressured on there by Volane. So the Toros just try and get it out of their zone. Trying to tip it away and out through center. Led all the way from his own end by Rohrbeck, but finally lost the puck. Pass over there for Luke Stone. From the blue line, chips it in. Here comes the opportunity to shoot it. Blocker save there from Barber as he stopped Rohrbeck on that opportunity. Pithy trying to go back to the left for Pickle. His shot doesn't make it through a screen of Central players. Still trying to get it out. Number 2 has it on the stick, backhands it out. His lead pass for number 9 was out of his reach. It's back in the Central end. Let out by Hover. Gonna move it up to center. Trying to get it into the zone. It goes in behind the net. Ring it around the boards. Toros just trying to get it out of their zone as Central Ontario have tied things up here at 1. It was a short-handed goal by Hendricks that did that honor. Trying to ring it around with number 44, Campbell, over his stick. Our dog walking out of front. Kicked aside there by Barber. Knocked down at center though by Moore as he tries to chip it in there. Campbell's clearing attempt doesn't work. Our dog's on his own, but he gets tripped up. And we're going to get another tripping penalty coming up. Most of the penalties in this game have been for tripping, and this is going to be another one as the Toros go back to the power play. That tripping penalty belongs to number 97, Fumerton. The Central Ontario Wolves have to kill off another power play for the Toros. Bishop tries to get a shot through, tipped it in front. Doesn't make it to the net. Goes into the corner here for Beaveridge. Jake Beaveridge trying to set up Jackman. Jackman was all alone at in front, but it got picked up there by Volane trying to get it out. Big play there by Jackman to knock it down and put it back into the zone. Campbell's got to do something with the puck. He clears it out at center. Some nice moves there by McCaslin, but finally lost the puck. Now Jackman gets it. Ethan Jackman trying to get around Campbell. He'll have it at center and try and go back in the zone. Instead, just dumps it into the central corner and behind the net. First one back there is Beavers trying to put pressure on his man. Here's Hendricks trying to get it out here for Central Ontario with some nice moves. Finally lost the puck. Coming up into the zone now with a quick shot going wide of the net. Campbell's shot went wide of the goal. Goes in behind the goal there for the Toros and behind the net. 1-1 here at the Eldon Arena in Woodville. McCaslin opened up the scoring in the first period, but then Central Ontario have answered here in the second with a shorthanded goal by Hendricks. Moving it up through center there. Ford knocked it down at center and comes up into the zone. Number 9, Ford, trying to find some ice to shoot the puck, and he'll shoot it, but it'll hit a Toro right in front. Ford still digging on the loose puck in behind the goal. Pithy trying to chip it out of the zone. We have 14 seconds left to go on the penalty to Fumerton. Pithy trying to chip it out. So it looks like Central Ontario are going to be successful once again in killing off a penalty as Fumerton is set free from the penalty box. Goes back in behind the net. Still stays in the Toros end in that corner. Now it comes free to the Toros. Leading it up there is Luke Stone. Stone got tripped up, still got a shot away. Ford will knock it down behind the net. Tapped in at the line, quick shot. Trying to turn around out of front. Rohrbeck sitting on his own. And there's a pass out of front from Pithy. Trying to find Rohrbeck. Turn shot. Goal! Face off coming at center. Now the Toros have their lead right back again. The goal by Rohrbeck. Coming up into the zone is our dog chipping it up over the blue line. First one trying to get around number 6. Around the board. First one there is Asher Mitchell. Setting it up in front. Taken away by Hendricks. Kept in at the line by Bishop, but his shot got blocked. Toros downside. Gets knocked down in the zone by number 55. Taken away with it was White. There's Moynes, number 55, trying to get it out. Moynes had it poked off his stick. Toros get the opportunity. Rolled in on goal. Left pad stop as it hits the side of the net. And then he covers it up right in front of the blue paint. Face-off coming off to the left of the goal. Jackman will take it versus number 17, Cliff. The scramble draw kept in at the line by Nolan Lee, who rings it around the boards, back in behind the net. In behind the goal goes Beavers trying to dig it free. Getting some help with Riley Brandt trying to dig it out. And it comes free here to Central Ontario's number 97, Fumerton. Fumerton using his speed up their center, coming in over the blue line. Going to take his shot. Going to hit a screen at in front. A nice block there by Beaverage as it went in behind the goal. Trying to throw it out in front. Parcero tries to hold it there in the crease area as they couldn't capitalize on that opportunity. The puck goes into the corner. Trying to dig it out of that scrum and get it out of the zone is Jackman. Jackman finally lost it there to Fumerton, and might be another penalty coming up here. It is going to be another penalty coming up here to Central Ontario. And it's going to be Volane that's going this time. Number 91 off to the box for 2 minutes. Toros are going to try and click on their power play. They haven't scored a power play goal yet in the game. Out of 3 or 4 opportunities, there'll be a face-off just inside the blue line. 4:20 left to go here in the second period. Face-off got won there by Central Ontario and rolled in on goal. Steered aside easily there by Parcero as he poked it into the corner. Hendricks is trying to dig on the loose puck. Comes free here. They try and move it up through center. First one there, chipping it back into the corner as he tried to find Hendricks in the Toros end. It's going to roll back into the zone. Defenseman clears it up at center with a nice lead pass for Hendricks. He looked for his second of the game, but the puck was too far ahead of him. Goes in behind the net. First one back there is McCaslin leading it up. McCaslin with a nice pass to start a 2-on-1 into the zone. Turning around there is Pittsy trying to shoot it. Couldn't shoot it on the forehand. Still has control of the puck. Back to the line for Pickle. Trying to get it through a screen. Hits that in front wide. Hits the Toros bounce for Luke Stone. Stone can't bounce it out in front. Luke Stone will be on the loose puck though. Try and throw it in front of the goal. And we're going to get another penalty coming up here. So we'll play some 4-on-4 hockey, and then it'll be a 58-second power play for Central Ontario. When the penalty to them is over, that one goes up into the netting and out of play. Big draw up to the left of the Central goal, trying to get one by our dog. He's doing all he can. Poked it to Baker, but Baker couldn't shoot it. Kept in at the line. Big play there by Bishop. Bishop can't get it through screen as it got blocked by Oakett in front of the net. Goes into the corner for Baker. Baker trying to beat Fensky, and he took Fensky into the boards, and Fensky is taking a little bit to get up to his feet. But here comes an opportunity into the zone, and a kick stop there from Parceru stopped that breakaway out in front. Pickle on the loose puck coming out of the zone. Then the Pickle using the speed out of the zone. The 3-on-3 rush, tried to shoot the puck, puts it behind the net. Pickle trying to throw it out in front, taken away by Fensky. He's all right now, back on his feet, trying to start something here for the Wolves. Nice move there by number 2, drops it back to the line for Volane, who tries to come up into the zone. So Volane's back on the ice after serving his penalty. Kept in at the line though. Our dog trying to get away through center. That's going to get knocked down at center by Oak. Oak trying to find Volane, but that's going all the way down the ice for icing. Hendricks is going to take the draw against Ethan Jackman. Nice play, win there by Jackman in the offensive end. Kept in at the line though by McCaslin, rings it around the boards and behind the net. Only player back there is Moynes for Central Ontario. He's going to get stripped of the puck by Asher Mitchell though. Jackman trying to help out Mitchell. Asher Mitchell lost it to Moynes. Still digging on the loose puck though. Mitchell was not going to give up on that loose puck. Moore trying to keep it in at the line as Ford tried to chip it out. There's Cliff trying to ring it around the boards. Cliff is getting a couple opportunities. Finally knocked it at center, and the Toros are offside. It's just inside the central line that got won by White. Volane trying to help him out. Volane will chip it into the zone. First one at center, trying to get to the loose puck. Is Ethan Jackman firing a shot? That's going to go wide of the net. First one back there. Going for forward, was out of his reach. Bishop's going to try and hurry. Might not have to hurry as much. He's going to die right there at the line before icing, no. In the last minute, 45 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Lead pass, right under the tip of Pitty. Trying to get away, but Fumerton comes back with a nice defensive play and takes it off his stick. Campbell coming up. Campbell for Fumerton. Pitty trying to get to the speed to get back in the zone. Turn over to Riley Brandt, trying to chip it out, and he'll reach Pitty. Pitty trying to get to the loose puck first. In the corner, give the opportunity, backhands it wide. 15 seconds left to go here in the second period. Campbell with a lead pass was out of the reach at center. Here comes Bishop into the zone. Hudson Bishop a shot, tipped at the front as that was Fumerton that tipped that puck, I believe, and they almost changed direction on Barber into the back of the net. The Toros have a 2-1 lead to the second period. It was Hendricks that tied things up, but Rohrbeck gave the Toros the lead back going to the third. Lead face-off of period number 3. One more period left to go here at the Eldon Arena in Woodville. Toros have a 2-1 lead, trying to hold on. Here comes the opportunity here, up into the zone for Hendricks. Hendricks a shot, plucked away there easily by Parcero. Into the corner, trying to dig it free is Cliff, along with Hendricks. Kept in at the line, though, by Fensky. Fensky's going to tip it down low for Hendricks as he tries to walk it out in front. He's going to ring it around the boards to the other side. Luke Stone will try and be the first one there, but it's Ford that tipped it for Cliff. Cliff has Hendricks out in front, but the pass is out of his reach. First one there is Rohrbeck. Cutter Rohrbeck's pass was in the feet there. And now Hendricks comes into the zone again. Hendricks has had most of the opportunities here for Central Ontario in the game, and he's buried one of them shorthanded in the second period. McCaslin digging on the loose puck, trying to get it out. That's going to go back in behind the net. Then they pick on the loose puck. Tried to throw it out in front. Here comes Stone. Luke Stone along with Rohrbeck into the zone, and it's going to be offside. Be a draw just inside the Central Ontario blue line. Taking away at it is White, along with Mitchell. White picks up the loose puck, trying to get into the zone, chips it by a man. Mitchell can't go anywhere with the loose puck. Goes cross-ice pass with that. Comes into the zone now for Fumerton. His backhand pass gets knocked down by our dog, trying to come up in there into the zone. Our dog gets up to his shoes. The left pass save easily by Barber as it goes in behind the net. Tries the other way around. That's not going to hit the net as well. Baker tries for a shot. That's going to hit the side of the net. All Toros right now as they look to extend their 2-1 lead. Mitchell digging on the loose puck, trying to keep it in there and get away from the defender. White tries to backhand it out, and he will. Some nice moves, though, by Bishop as he comes into the zone. Bishop takes a shot. There's a left pad stop there as it rolled in on goal for Barber. Face-off coming off to the left of the goal. Got one there. Back into the Toros end it goes for Nolan Lee to ring it around the boards. Kept in by Thibodeau, but it's offside. Jackman will take the draw at center against Hendrick. Ethan Jackman comes up into the zone, trying to shoot it. Rolled in on goal. Right pad stop there from Barber. And Jackman got a pretty good shot away as he was falling down to the ice. And he's still up there with a shot. That one's going to go high and wide over the net. Going to be stuck there at center as Britt tries to dig it free from some Central players. Right there is Jackman on the loose puck and backhands it past Thibodeau. Tried to find Brent on that pass. Thibodeau digging it free. Thibodeau trying to shoot the puck. Can't get around Lee with nice defensive play by Nolan Lee. And it leads to the Toros Brent being able to chip it out at center. Back goes Fumerton in his own end. Trying to start it from his own zone. Lee pass from Campbell was out of his reach. All the way past Lee into the corner in behind the net. Trying to use the speed in behind the goal. First one there is Pithy ringing around for Rohrbeck trying to get it out as he tries to get past the number 97 for Central Ontario, Fumerton. Now they come up into the zone, Fumerton. Chips it in behind the net. Pulls up a 2-1 lead. Fumerton trying to change it. Throws it in front and it just hopped over the stick of Ford as he was waiting for that pass at the side of the goal. Chipped it past Campbell down the ice. Cliff with a lead pass off the boards for number 16 Ford, and it's offside. 11 minutes left to go. Right on the dot, 11 minutes. But the Toros have to kill off a Central power play. Luke Stone has gone to the box for 2 minutes. White will take the draw versus our dog off to the left of Parcero. And it gets won by White. Toros get the loose puck with our dog. Chip it past Spensky down the ice. Spensky gets on the loose puck and tries to backhand it out. Toros keeping it in there with Mitchell. And our dog comes free here to Central Ontario at center. And it's offside as White was just a step ahead of Ford. Face off. Clean win there by our dog. Dumped down the ice. So all the Toros have to do now is just dump it down, kill off this penalty to Luke Stone. Still there in the Central end. Looking to do something short-handed with Dr. Mitchell. But he's got a man on a backhand out in front from our dog. And it got stopped there by Barber right in front, point blank. Opportunity there for our dog short-handed. But Barber was able to stand strong. Keep this at 2-1. Oak tried to keep it in, but he fell to the ice. Here's Cliff on the loose puck. Cliff got stripped of it and chipped down the ice into the corner. Cliff is back in his own end now. Here's Cliff with a nice pass. Right onto the tape of Verlaine. His shot is going to get blocked by Hudson Bishop. Trying to ring it around the boards for Baker to dump it down. And Adam Baker is going to do exactly that. Ring it around the boards, back in behind the Central net. Campbell's back in behind the goal. He's going to get pressured on there by the Toros. Trying to walk it out of front away from Campbell. Puts it into the corner. Trying to keep pressure on his man and keep it in that end. For short-handed opportunities. Nolan Lee at center. The big scrum that it finally comes free for Ethan Jackman. Jackman with some nice spin moves. Gets away. Trying to backhand it in. And that strong backhand is going to go in behind the net. And behind the net it goes for Fumerton. Fumerton almost lost the puck. Now he's going to lose it at center. Opportunity here to turn and fire. That one's going to find the Wolves logo of Barber for a big stop. As the Toros have killed off the penalty to Luke Stone. So another big penalty kill there for the Toros to keep this at 2-1 with 8:39 left to go. They get an offensive draw here. Pithy will take it. Brody Pithy trying to win that draw. Wins it back to the line. Quick shot doesn't make it through as Bishop's shot got blocked out in front. Coming back the other way, trying to lead it in. He's going to turn and fire. That got blocked there by McCaslin in front of the net. He opened up the scoring in the first period. Trying to get it past Cliff. He's finally going to lose it to Jake Beaveridge, who chips it out at center. Yeah, a big collision there at the Toros bench, and we're going to get another penalty here coming up to the Toros on that collision. So it'll be a penalty to McCaslin on that hit. There'll be a draw coming off to the left of Parcero. Pithy will take another big defensive draw here for the Toros. It's an offensive draw taken by Volane. Turnaround shot, got blocked there by Bishop. Big block there, kept in at the line by Campbell. Chips it down low. Bishop trying to ring it around the boards. Gets it to Pithy. He's going to chip it out the rest of the way. Coming up through center now. Taking off his stick. Goes over there into the corner. Campbell will take it back in his own end. Campbell with some nice moves, starting it up through center for Central Ontario. And it's offside. One too many moves there from Campbell. Roebuck's going to take a big offensive draw just inside the blue line. Roebuck has the game winner so far. He's looking for more. Chips it into the zone, rolled in on net. It'll be an easy stop there for Barber. He's going to take no chances. He'll just pop on that for another face-off in the Central Ontario end. He'll be off to the right of the goal. It'll be a face-off that gets taken by Roebuck. .112 left on the penalty to McCaslin. Face-off got won by the Toros, but Central Ontario get the loose puck though, and they get the opportunity coming into the zone. Man out in front was Hendrick all on his own, but the pass didn't make it to the net to him. Campbell turns and fires. Doesn't make it to the goal. There's Volane out there trying to do something. Kept in by Campbell at the line. Campbell's back end doesn't make it through a bunch of Toros players. It's still in there though as it goes in behind the net. Lenny Pickle rings it around. Kept in by Campbell. 35 seconds left. Rolled in on goal. Right pad stop. And Parcero's got it in his equipment. Face off coming off to the left. Luke Stone trying to ring it around the board. Toros still have to kill off. 25 seconds left on this power play for Central Ontario. White loses the puck to our dog. And our dog can just skate it at its center with Luke Stone. Our dog short-handed on his own. Tried to slide it in, but he can't beat the right pad of Barber, who just came up with a big short-handed stop off our dog and in front of the net. So we get yet another draw. Gets one there by the Toros. Kept in there by Lee and behind the net. Battle in the corner as they tried to shoot that puck. Central Ontario come away with it. Gets tipped inside, back into the Central end. Back on the loose puck now for Central Ontario, starting it out of his own. Gets around Mitchell, has it at the blue line, stays on side with the shot, and they score off the crossbar and in. What a shot there to tie things up at 2. A nice shot there, just went in under the bar past Mateo Parcero to tie things up at 2 here So we're in for a good finish here at the Woodville Arena. Central Ontario has yet to have a win this year, but they're sure pushing the Toros right down to the nitty-gritty. Quick shot, stop, rebound, but just hopped over the stick of Baker. He would have had the perfect opportunity at the side of the net. Trying to get it out. Captain at the line. Mitchell trying to ring it in, but it's offside. Face off just inside the line. Pithy's going to try and chip that one in there. Comes over to the other side, gets knocked down there at center by Picker, who puts it into the zone. Trying to find Thibodeau on the other side, gets broken up. Trying to dig it out of the corner there is pretty Pithy. Still stays in the zone. Trying to chip it out now for Central Ontario, and they get it out at center. Pithy gets away. Pithy has Riley Brandt going to the net as well. That's where the pass is going. Brandt can't backhand it in. Rung around the boards. Kept in there by the Toros. Brandt tried to go with the puck. Toros putting pressure on now, looking to take your lead back. Brody Pithy tries to do that. Shot, stop, rebound out of front is not going to be in the vicinity at the side of the net. Kept in at the line. It's going to be a chip back down low as they try and walk it out of front. Pithy's there trying to spin away from the check and get a forehand shot away. Roar back there for Pickle. Toros are offside right now. Then to Pickle, now is in the zone. Pickle with a pass for Pithy. Pithy trying to shoot the puck. Got hooked up a little bit. Still getting hooked up. Still gets it into the corner. It's a big battle there in the corner as they try and set it free around the boards. And Thibodeau uses the board to knock it down. Knocked down by Bishop, but he fell. Here comes the opportunity here for Hendricks. Hendricks has White at the side of the net, taking off his stick. Rohrbeck going with the puck. Rohrbeck and Ardog coming back up the other way. Ardog got it stripped off his stick. Coming up into the zone now is Hendricks. Hendricks taken into the corner there by Beaver. Or Rohrbeck, my apologies. That's in Bishop at center. Bishop finds Ardog trying to get into the zone. Stone will be the first one in the corner before Oak as he tries to get away from him and get the puck free. We're going to get a penalty. It's going to be a slashing penalty, and to make matters worse for Central Ontario, it's going to be Hendricks that's going to the box, and he's had most of their opportunities in the game, so this is an opportunity knocking for the Toros if they can knock the door down. Face off to the right of Barber with 3:10 left to go here in a tied third period at 2-2. Draw wasn't done fairly apparently, so we'll get it done again. Off to the right of Barber. Gets one there by the Toros. Asher Mitchell with a nice drop pass for Bishop. Bishop gets a shot through, doesn't make it through screen. Bishop will keep it in with another shot. That got blocked there as well as it goes into the corner. Trying to move it out. Adam Baker trying to pick up the loose puck. Going out of center, that's short-handed. Now here comes Ardog into the zone. Ardog and Baker's trying to stay on side. Into the zone it goes with Campbell getting it. Campbell uses the boards. Can't get it past Bishop at the line. Bishop's doing all he can to hold it in at the blue line and keep this offensive. Baker back in behind the net. Getting held off back there. Looking to get some help. Adam Baker gets away. No penalty on the call back behind the net as Baker got tipped off his skates. Trying to get it out. Not going to happen. Toros still have it in the zone. Our dog trying to get away. Captain at the line by McCaslin with a nice play. McCaslin chipped it down low, trying to walk it out of front with Baker. Baker's got a man sitting in front. Couldn't find that man. It's going to be a penalty coming up here to the Toros now. As it gets touched up, so we'll play 4-on-4 for 43 seconds. Face-off getting one there by Central Ontario in their own end. Trying to move it up. Going past everybody down the ice. Nolan Lee will pick on the loose puck. Turnover. Opportunity here to shoot it is number 9, Ford, but he lost the puck. And now Ethan Jackman at center. Coming up into the zone on his own. Getting around Cliff. Here comes Jackman into the zone. Can't shoot it on the forehand. Nolan Lee tries to keep it in. Not going to happen. Coming back up the other way, but the odds are against him. Still going to try and shoot it. Got blocked there by Landon Pickle. Coming up there with Nolan Lee now. Lee getting around some checks on his own. Tried to find Riley Brandt with a drop pass and got broken up. It's a Central Ontario power play with 1:10 left on it. And exactly 1 minute left to go. Toros are going to need a short-handed goal if they're going to win this one. Brandt tipped it back in behind the net, in behind the goal. Thibodeau sweeps it out of center. Nolan Moore puts it back in. Central Ontario can't clear the puck because they couldn't find it in their skates area. That one's going to get found, dumped down the ice, and it's going to have enough for icing. 32 seconds. Bad break for the Toros as there was 35 seconds left and the clock kept running. Quick shot from the line. 29 seconds left to go. Trying to throw it out in front. There's nobody there to take the pass. Kept in at the line. Nice play there by McCaslin with some nice moves. Cooper McCaslin sweeps it down low. Trying to find our dog. Trying to get away now. With some nice moves with Pithy. Finally lost the puck and it gets chipped away. Bishop will chip it in. That's going to do it. The Toros are going to tie Central Ontario. And Central Ontario are going to pick up their first point of the year as they went into this game winless. Toros, heartbreaker here. They had 2 leads. At the time, they had a 1-0 lead going to the second, but that got tied up at 1 apiece. They had a 2-1 lead going to the third, but that once again was tied up. So we'll play one more game Friday. MJ Broadcasting will bring that one as well as the Novice AAA Toros will play at the Garnet P. Rickard against Ajax. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.